What's happening? Hey, let me know who's in here. I'm gonna take it easy tonight. Hey, Tam, I am. Let me call it up over here. Awesome. And I've eaten way too much. I'm trying to get it up here so I can see who's in. Hey, Dorothy Mills, Vicky Graves, Ray Winchester. What's up? Can you hear me all right? James Robick, hey, man, I thought they closed at 5, James, and I went to the post office and the slip in was in my post office box that there was a package for me, but they closed at 4 today. So I have to wait till tomorrow. I'll go get it tomorrow. James has a pack. He sent me a package. A coin ring. Can you hear me all right? Can you give me a one if you can hear me? If it's clear. Hey, Cynthia Albertson. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something. Hold on. Hey, did was I the only one that like got a weird vibe all day long? It's a weird vibe. You know, it was warm out here, but it was warm, cloudy, strange, humid. So you guys can hear me all right? Yeah, Tam, I am. The whole day has been weird. It's warm. It felt like a low pressure, kind of going on. And it was warm in Chicago, 60 degrees. Yeah, it was so strange. It was strange. It was like, it was so dreamy. It was surreal. It was a strange thing today. And Doyle Cook sent me mail. Man, oh man. See, showed me a picture of himself with him holding a fish. Man, that's awesome. And who else? Someone else. Tam I am. Cat. Uh, no, that's Hannelore Tepper. Hannelore Tepper sent me a calendar. Yeah, Kirk Allen, strange clouds over today. Yeah, everything was strange. It was just a strange feeling. Very weird. Um, Notice that, I mean, what it is? I mean, I know what it is. One of the things it is that the government, they're all, everybody else, the news is like not, it has stopped almost. And, people will say, well, this was going on behind the scenes, yada, yada, yada. dude, the Trump is taking some time off, and there is no news about him. It's strange, and you feel it. You really, it's like think about that. He's kind of gone from the scene. The narrative has like uh, come to a halt. Yeah, definitely an odd vibe. Very odd vibe. Just want to read a couple things to you. So, James Robick, you've been sick all day? Man, oh man. San, hey, Texas here. How are you? How's it going? I normally go on at 6, so I know I'm going on late. I'm still doing the Christmas thing. Uh, totally chilling out. I mean, you know, uh, when you're a task-oriented person, doing nothing drives me insane. Ah, insane. See, Democrats, they love doing nothing. Love doing nothing. Not us. See, we're producers. We're conservative, like elephants. Elephants. Let's see. I'm gonna open this for you. Hold on. I want to read something. We're just hanging. We're not gonna get all into all this. I can't do it. Not today. Not today. All right, here we go. Cody Rizzi, yeah. I hope everyone had a good Christmas as well. Um, I said I'm not going to get on social media. I tried to stay off yesterday. To just give it. It was the best Christmas I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna tell you about it, man. I'll tell you. Best Christmas in my best food on Christmas in my life, and and we did something we've never done before. Never before. We we drew names, and I'm not talking about the whole family. I'm talking about the immediate family, kids, the two parents, my wife and I, and my dad. So 7 people, and we drew names, and you only got gifts for the 7 people, and we had papers like we filled out these forms. It was cool. Something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read, or vice whatever. So you fill this stuff out, and then we drew names, and then you'd go look at the person you got. No one knows who got who, and get them things that are on their list if you want. Best thing to do is get things on their list. And man, we were like so tough. Cannon. It had to be a minimum of money. Couldn't spend a dime. His mama wouldn't let him spend a dime until he could spend anything over $50, but other than that, he was gonna not, you know. So he lost all desire to do chores and work for money. He didn't have any money. He had money, but couldn't do a thing with it. Anyway, he uh, he had my dad. He really, the kids are anxious about opening gifts, and you think, they just wanted to open presents. I want to open presents. And I thought, I was kind of getting a little aggravated. They open the presents to see what they got, but no. The reason why they wanted to open presents, they were so anxious for it because they wanted to give the gift to the person they got. It was the most amazing thing. I was blown away. Best Christmas I've ever had. You know, some people say that we've already had a second civil war, that if we were to ever have, or if we are in the midst of one, it is the third. I want to read this to you. Let me get this over here. Yeah, they learned how to give. Uh, they learned how to give. And it was so awesome because uh, I don't know if you're aware, but Titus came down to visit for Thanksgiving, and Titus bought uh, really everybody something, and the stuff that was for the kids we hid, and they got his stuff on Christmas Eve, and my little girl, I mean, for the last 2 months, pogo stick, wants a pogo stick this, wants a pogo stick. So Titus got her a pogo stick, and that girl has been like bouncing on that thing, and it's so loud, but she loves it, right? So we do one person opens their gifts at a time. We don't Everybody doesn't get their gifts and then bam, you do it. Everybody's opening them at the same time. We go around the room. Each person gets it at a certain time. But if whoever, like, I got the gifts for the person, go to the Christmas tree, get the gifts for the person that I had, and they loved that. They loved that. And by the time it got to Luella, we actually kind of worked out too young. I would get to open gifts last, and it came to Luella, and she thought that she already got her. She did not expect. She didn't realize that what she got was from Titus. And I think my dad had my daughter. My dad had my daughter, and he gave her a box to open that had a pair of these pajama boot type things in, and she opened that, but she didn't realize that he had her. So he had no idea. She had no idea that she had more gifts coming because she hadn't got to open all her gifts from my dad, but she didn't know that. I was just so pleased to see that. Man, I titled this tonight's show, "Man versus Beast." Uh, Man, we are gonna have to we are gonna have to go on a diet after this. I mean, I have been eating like you would not believe. Annette Porter, hey. Ray Winchester. Annette Porter's from South Carolina. Hope all of you had a blessed and Merry Christmas. Hannah Lord Tepper, hey. No, you didn't miss us. And I I got your card, Hannelore. Got your card and your calendar. The calendar's in my studio, and I'm not there. So, but I am telling you, I got it. Thank you so much. It's wild. Lots of cats. Lots of cats. Thank you. And as I said, I got one from Doyle Cook. Doyle Cook. See, check it out. This is what you can do. You know, I like to get mail. He sent me a wonderful, generous gift. Sent me this card, and he wrote quite a bit in there for me. It's kind of weird writing. You know, we don't normally write cards like this anymore. And then he sends me a picture of himself. See, I love it. I love it. You guys are my family. You know, you confirm God's calling on my life every day. You do. You do. And that's special to me. Very special. Thank you, Hannah Lord Tupper. Thank you. Says we all love you, Sean. Thank you. That means a lot. And it's strange. It is a strange thing that you're there and I'm here. And we all we're a family. What I think about the second Civil War, the new Civil War. Sometimes I still hear my father sing. My youngest son, who looks like my grandfather, love the old man so much, he hums and sings just like him. In my desire to raise hell, like the founding fathers of this country, I am bound to a certain civility, one that prevents me from doing to them exactly as I want. I am cursed to hear the voice of the man who raised me until the day I die. So I say, what the hell? His ghost is always with me. What I think about the Second Civil War, the new Civil War. To get out of hell, I became the devil. I heard David Goggins say that. He said to get over his fears and come out the victor, he had to melt his life in the crucible of hell. What kind of man thinks like that? What kind of man thinks in order to be free, I must become a slave? In silence and alone, death to live or to fly, you need to crash. To love, you need to hate. To swim, to drown. To stand is to have your face in the dirt. What I think about the Second Civil War, there are deep, hidden mysteries. There are deep, hidden mysteries in the South, taught in nature's hidden sanctuary, not in lodge room, chapter, or church, but in the deep, hidden truths between science, magic, and acting. Acting. Think about this. While the haters of freedom were trying to resurrect a race war in the South in the 60s, or anywhere for that matter, from the South came the greatest literary craftsmen the modern world has ever known, men and women whose craft was instrumental in putting an end to racism. And Lord Tepper said Sean could read to us all day, and I'm sure he'd love it. You better believe it. I write my stuff to read, right? And the only way to really check it is I have to read it. I've got to feel it flow. I gotta feel it flow. So I don't want you to forget, my novel is out. Go novel on Amazon. Some of you gave on PayPal what was that, a day ago, 2 days ago? I'm going to be giving you that novel too. I just haven't gotten it to you yet. I apologize. But I have revised my first novel that I ever did. I revised it. It took me about 4 months, basically rewrote it. And I finished it 4 years ago. So I'm a better writer now. So I went back and I rewrote it. And I'll read some stuff for you. I like it. But go get the Dark Tour Company. So I will write like damn dogs, man. I'll really develop a character and tell the reader about the characters, like what made this character the character they are. So I will write out all that before I get the character involved. And on this. All right. So in this story, right? In this story, um, it's centered upon this accident that took place that the main character saw happen, and so the main character is always thinking back to that accident, always thinking back to that accident. Each crumb had their own version of what happened and the role they played on that day 1 year ago. The watermelon left floating, abandoned in the creek, party streamers blew like giant squid swimming. Karen's cake made just that morning was at his birthday. Did I tell you that? Karen's cake made just that morning, sat on a picnic table, uncut, white frosting dulled from dust. Around the cake and on the ground, gifts, the last vestige of Lucius's 17th celebration. Only the crumbs remain standing. The crumbs remain standing around, just waiting. And for what? Jean sent them home when Percy made him the deputy for one day. Sirens denounced the arrival of a police car and an ambulance. Useless. So when I introduce the sheriff, this is what I want to read right here. Percy Fornetti was always treated like a Yankee as a kid. It's 'cause of your last name, you dirty Jew. He paid them no mind because he knew when I start playing football, they're gonna see just how Jewish I really am. Remember, we're dealing with the South, so you're gonna have, this is the Democrat Party and the KKK and the results of that down there. He wasn't a Jew. No Israelitish stock ever grazed in those fields. The boy was just a half-breed wannabe redneck who had a great and not so sharp granddaddy from Louisiana. The bayou-drenched Cajun moved to Mississippi in 26 and got so sick and tired of being called Frenchy, he changed his name from Fournier to Fornetti. As his luck and the state's ignorance would have it, after he changed his name, he was called such names as Jew bastard, dirty Jew, and kike. Not even a Jew, but hated as one, all because of a name. Percy's daddy drove a truck, spit, and got baptized once a year at the Door of Hope Pentecostal Church, east of Picayune Park. And his mama, she'd say, "How in the hell would any of those little bastards come up with such a crazy idea that they know anything about what you do on Friday and Saturdays, or where I go to church? Fornetti doesn't even sound Jewish. It's got more of an Italian ring to it." And what about football? The boy was too tall and too scrawny. He tried out for the team every year, but as long as his chest looked all caved in like a 7-year-old gravel pit, he'd be practicing on his own. Should I keep reading? Do I keep reading? I don't want to bore you. I mean, it's not, I'm not getting into anything. I'm just so chilled out and relaxed, and I'm not gonna ruin my mood. So keep going, okay. So we're talking about the racism in the 60s, 1964 in Mississippi, and there's racism. That's the context for all of this. And what about football? The boy was too tall and too scrawny. He tried out for the team every year, but as long as his chest looked all caved in like a 7-year-old gravel pit, he'd be practicing on his own. Percy was hopeful, though. He practiced whenever he could and played against anyone, whether girl, boy, or little kids. It didn't matter. Then, during a 7th grade science class, he learned about calories. The following summer, he was nowhere to be found. No football, only laziness, television, and brownies. He lived in town, so there was no farm work. The following school year, he had put on enough weight to make the team. When Percy Fornetti started playing football, he was average, but everyone noticed him. Nobody had ever seen a Jew who could play football. He became a star the first time he carried the ball across the line for the Blue Devils varsity team. Can you believe it? The coaches would say. The boy was never confused with a Jew again. After that first touchdown, he would go on to be voted voted person most likely to succeed in every yearbook. Fornetti became a name associated with Mississippi Championship State football, and MSU began courting him. Then came the polio scare. The doctor was sure Percy had contracted it. In 49, he hung up his cleats and set his sights on law enforcement. 15 years later, he was elected to the Picayune legislature as sheriff, and he never left. I'm introducing him. James Robeck, you are absolutely German. German. Kenneth Noga, they all killed him. Warbuck, James Warbuck. Jim Iam says English 100%. Yeah, it was very strange today. Very strange. It was very strange. Tim Iam says still is. It is. It is very strange. It's a strange feeling in the air. Like something's gonna happen. That's what it feels like to me. Like something's about to happen. Where am I? James Orwick says, where are you, Sean? I am in my backyard. That's my dad's place right there. I'm, let me see. Hold on, let me get this thing all set up. Hold on.
Bulging fish eyes. It's wearing a unicorn headband. Been there, done that. And wow, that's a short dress. Whoa. Cheek showing. Put this away, girl. Jesus says the
Yeah, we are an art family. I don't know who's up, and I'm not going to get in trouble. Like if I were to go in there and somebody's in like their pajamas or something, I'm like dead meat. Being live like this. Let's see.
Live?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this one, I'm going to be doing a pinkish skin tone, and yes, I'm making this one into a boy. I decorated 2 girls already, so I thought, let's make one of them a boy.
That's where I am. I'm like in the back through the door, and that's what I'm looking at. That's where my dad stays. We build him a place. It's it's connected. Titus. Titus is in the room. Titus. Yeah, I'm outside today. So, you know, I don't want it to be where if I don't talk about politics, we have nothing to talk about. You know, so I have eaten like way too much. I mean, way too much. So I know that some of you are in the same boat. We're gonna have to go on a diet. We're gonna have to do the dieting mind after after the first. After the first. Cynthia, Sean, does it feel like something good is going to happen or awful? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. All I know is I feel it. Something's gonna happen. It doesn't feel like it's, but that is what they do. They want it to be as negative as possible. They want to wear us out. Space cow. Hope you're well, Dorothy. Been a been a food eating holiday thus far. Yeah. I messed up bad, but I'm back on track with dieting mine today. Good. Yeah, see, we're gonna get back to it. Because Tam I says the cake got me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but it's okay. You can't feel guilty about it. You can't feel like you failed. Because you see, uh, failing, when you fail, you have something to overcome. if you just never, we're not going to call that failing. It's the holiday. We're free. We're not going to give ourselves a law that we have to get back on track and do this and do that to make, you know, we, no condemnation, Dorothy Mills. You're right. Right. Um, and so you didn't fail. You're not failing because you're eating. And Lord Tepper said, I enjoyed my failure. Hey, let me tell you, I am not supposed to have sugar, but boy, did I. And boy, am I gonna. Um, uh, and yeah, it's okay to party every once in a while, to eat, enjoy yourself, because come the first, we're gonna get back onto it. You see, it's this is the thing. I've lost my first time I lost weight. I lost 60 pounds. Second time I lost 30 pounds. I didn't need to lose 60, and so the thing is I know how to do it. And if you followed the dieting mind and you follow what we do, you know how to do it. So you just do it. And yeah, so be ready. Come the first. We're gonna be right back on it, getting ready, so we can eat again next Christmas. My wife makes the best crawfish Cajun stuffing mix, dressing. Man, oh man, oh man. I could eat that till the cows came home. Yeah, drool. Damn, I am drool because it was good. And yeah, yeah. The ham, man. Man, those are good. Hey, Clint Gray. Hey. Yeah, so we're not in the studio tonight, just kind of hanging. You know, you guys have made this such a wonderful Christmas for me. Wonderful. Hey, and also you realize Papa Mac is probably coming back right now from Hawaii. Hey, Clint, what's up? Cynthia Albertson, know that crawfish stuff sounds great. And let me tell you, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. What's up, King Me? Yeah, we got rain too, but the rain it's been overcast all day long, wanting to rain all day long. But as I said, it felt weird all day. It's been a weird day, and uh, it hasn't rained until just now, So it was kind of like dark, and it felt like a low pressure. It was strange. Hey, Smooth Man. Hey, thank you, Smoot Man, and everybody that shares my videos on Twitter. Thank you. It's a big deal. Yeah, man, this crawfish stuffing is just to die for. My wife, she is a Yankee who can cook like a Cajun. She's good. Thank you, Smoot. So yeah, we're gonna have. You see, it's a very elemental process that we use in the dieting mind. And the first step is to see yourself as separate from your body. Your body is your animal. Your body is your animal that you travel around in. It is the beast, the animal. He's your body is your animal. You're up in the control center controlling it. And 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 he in this body is it's got its own wants and desires, and you have to master it. It'll do all kind of things. So uh, American reviews. Hey, yeah, yeah. So when we you see, I don't know if you've been to the backup channel, but the backup channel, you need to go to the backup channel and subscribe there and click the bell. But there's videos called the Dieting Mind. There's a Facebook Dieting Mind group, um, and it's a biblical approach to losing weight, and it is so simple, and you can eat anything you want. It's based on how much you eat, when you stop eating, and it's about glorifying God in your body, and it works. You will lose weight fast. It's being aware of something. Cynthia Albert says, my husband and I went to a Christmas Eve buffet at a state park lodge and had prime rib, mashed potatoes and gravy, and all kinds of desserts and meats. It was awesome. Great food. You're making me hungry again. Thank you. James Orbick just put in my backup channel. Thank you in the chat. Thank you. So, man versus beast. The beast. Man versus the beast. Before you can beat the beast, you have to beat your beast, your body. Paul talks about beating it day and night. He's not talking about it with a whip. He's talking about crucifying it daily, dying daily. Die is in the word diet. Die. D-I-E. Diet. D-I-E-T. Sorry. If you could see what I see, yeah, and I'm like mesmerized with this stuff. Look, my daughter is watching TV. Let me show you. Hey, Charlotte. You see what so I'm trying to talk to you, and I'm seeing this crazy design stuff going on that TV, and it's strange, very strange. Going after the beard. Yeah, so I finished. I've, hey, yeah, train. That's what you hear. Train, train. I, I, I'm, I'm happy here. I was not happy in Oregon. Was not happy, but I'm happy here. 13 Keys says, that's the Trump train. Yeah. Oh, you like that background color? Thank you, Lori Pate. So, yeah, I just finished rewriting slash revising my first novel. So, and it's published. So that's the third publishing of a book for the Deacon Show in 2019. That's pretty crazy. I'm tired. I've been up since 3:30. Yeah, you gotta love that. That's awesome. And it's far, right? It's far. It's the wind carrying it over here. Yeah, we accomplished it. Yeah. Thank you, Ron Miller. Thank you. American Reviews. Keep strong, stay steady. Digital Coffee. Sean, God sent you to all of us. The choice is about to be fulfilled. FM and all the evil one's plans will come to an end. That Delta is Red October. Yeah. Wolverines. The Trump train, yeah. Thank you, Smooth Man. Ron Miller says, and we're all together and we know what's going on, yeah. Charlotte. Yeah, I'm going to be going in a minute. You know, you guys are coming in and I want you to be able to visit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Susan Sellier, thank you. Thank you. That's a big deal. Yeah, Clint Gray, yeah. It's good to just relax for a few. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, 13Q. Just keep doing what you're doing, they say. It is. Cynthia Iverson said it's like you're right here with me, and it's nice. Yeah, it is. You know, I wanted to come on last night, but you know, I know what it is. It's like to, I can't talk about the stuff that we talk about with the family. Yeah. Handler Tip says, we're just relaxing with you and everyone. Yeah. Family. Yeah. So Papa Mac is back in the room. Are you here, Papa? Chilling with the Deegan. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah. Oh, Papa's here. Yep, but dead tired. Man, I'm all right. Yes. Tired. Been up since 4:30, 4 o'clock. Yeah, glad you're home safe, Papa, James Orbick says. That's so awesome. Ronald Foose. Y'all hear Nancy Pelosi was caught revealing her boobs to Adam Schiff and her boobs to Adam Schiff and Chuck Schumer. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I wonder if they slurred. Who are we talking about? The boobs? Clint Gray? Thank you, Papa. That's funny. Yeah. Um, so we're going to be planning the next auction and setting a date real soon. Just so you know that for General Flynn. Patty Shannon, hey. We're going to be setting a date and planning it and pushing it again. As you know, General Flynn's trial was set back to late January. I mean, 2020 is, we are in the shadow of it, folks. The last week, last year I did a year in review. I'm not going to review this year. I could care less. Later, Tim, I am. Pharaoh Patriots, I've got to go. So nice to hang out with all of you. God bless. Later. Yeah. Cynthia Robertson says, yeah, they set the sentencing, but it's been moved. It was supposed to happen already. So. All right, you guys, we're all going to go. I think we're going to end. So go on and go, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Later. Peace. Take it easy. Love you guys.